welcome back to another episode of Kate and Isaiah Living Large. I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Kate.
And on this episode, it is our 5K run recap. But before we start talking about all the shenanigans of the 5K run, what's new? What's the haps with you?
You know what? I'm entering a super busy probably a super busy month. It's the beginning of June. That's pretty wild. I've got comedy shows. I've got music shows. I've got a vacation planned at the end of the month. Oh, we should probably figure out how to work around that.
Probably figure out that.
But yeah, so much going on. How about you?
Honestly, work's going to be busy here shortly. We're kind of winding down our spring schedule and getting ready for summer. But other than that, I really don't have a whole lot planned right now, as far as my schedule goes, which means maybe I'll get to one of your things. Probably not, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, I've got some exciting ones coming up, but that, you know what, it would be worth checking out. I would highly recommend a couple of these. One, well, this will have already happened. I performed at Rustico on Monday night, June the 2nd. On Tuesday, I will be singing at Shannon X, but that'll be after this comes out. Wednesday is trivia. Thursday, Imperial Theater fundraiser for the St. Mary's Band Hall.
A fundraiser, not a fundraiser?
Well, the fundraiser is the Pro Kids.
Oh, goodness.
The Pro Kids fundraiser is on the same day.
I made you choke up on my joke.
Yeah, I choked. Oh dear. But yeah, no, this is a fundraiser for our fire damaged building at St. Mary's Band Hall, and it's the Imperial Theater who graciously donated the space for us to use. So we're super pumped about that.
Yeah,
and you know, if you happen to have time, get those tickets. It's going to a good cause. It'll be a good show. The St. Mary's Band, the 2 Second Chance bands, and the Harborview High Band.
Sweet.
And then Friday.
Oh my goodness, this week is crazy.
Yeah, Friday is nothing. Saturday is nothing. Sunday, the a cappella groups performing at the St. John Arts Center at 3 p.m. It'll be an awesome show. I have a solo.
That's the 8th.
That's Sunday the 8th. And then Monday the 9th, this is where I think you should come, is I'm opening for James Mullinger.
That's right.
Actually, it's not even open. And Ali Hassan from the CBC.
Oh, yes.
I guess I'm coming out in the middle of the set somehow. So
you're half opening?
It's not even I'm they're opening for me.
Yeah.
No, I'm the headliner.
As usual.
Just kidding. No, I think the way it's going to work is they talk nostalgically about their early times doing stand up, and then like how about we bring up an up and comer, and then there's a different up and comer every night.
Oh, that's cool.
It is pretty cool. So I'm the first up and comer.
Nice. You aren't up and coming. You are a star already.
Only in your mind.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a show in Fredericton on Saturday, June 14th. Ooh-wee. I'm opening for John Forward and his show Algorithm and Blues.
All right.
Parker McFadgen's on that show as well. That's a lot of the people listening to this. Like, just message me if you want to know what I'm performing.
I'm sure you can find it on Facebook somewhere.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, you are very busy this month, aren't you?
Yeah. Goodness. And maybe we'll get into my other big reveal when we start talking about the 5K.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, let's talk about the 5K. So first off, for those of you following with last week, we weren't sure if Caitlin was going to do it or not, and she was not able to make it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I chose long-term gain in terms of I've been making gains on my knee and things have been slowly improving, and it's facilitated me being able to keep going to the gym after having to take just a week off, but I still had to take that week off and was feeling kind of bad about it. And the longer term plan of like getting fit and healthier and fitter is more important than the promise I made a year ago.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's definitely more worth not dealing with pain forever and like setting yourself back farther than
right, and risking real injury.
right.
I did get a diagnosis sort of from my physiotherapist for my knee, and it's called patellofemoral pain syndrome.
Sure, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Or but the colloquial term is runner's knee. In a grand twist of irony.
Wow. Runner's knee.
This must be from all my training for this 5K.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like, what? There's a Friends episode where Joey gets like dancer's foot or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Runner's knee. Exactly what I would get.
Runner's knee. But I soloed on and did the 5K.
And if you'll recall, my original goal set like 3 or 4 months ago was like to do this. I said, Isaiah, we're going to do this in under an hour. And guess what?
I came in at 58 minutes and 44 seconds.
I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. I think that's amazing.
I motored through. It was raining at points. I got shin splints when I first started. So that was, yeah. So let me go through my journey of how it went. So we started at Moosehead, and they had the 10K people go first, and I was like, oh, these people are all gonna pass me immediately. I was like, I'm not even gonna be past Moosehead by the time these people come around, and a few of them were basically passing when we got to Moosehead. But when I started with the 5K people, I actually kept up with quite a few people for most of the time. There were a few people in front of me and a few people behind me the whole time. But as I was getting past Moosehead, I didn't have the right shoes on. That was kind of, I think, my biggest downfall. I just kind of wore basketball shoes, and I should have worn more comfortable shoes. And as I rounded to go to reversing falls, that's when my shin splint really started. And I was making some good time at that point. And I pushed through it. I didn't really stop.
Actually, I'll interrupt you for a second. My sister said she drove by and saw you and said, man, Isaiah was going at quite a clip.
I felt like I was doing pretty good. Like, especially at the first, I was keeping up with a good chunk of the crew, right up until about Brunswick Street. Cause that's when I think, I sent you the first picture I sent you was on Douglas Avenue.
On Douglas Avenue.
So I was updating Caitlin along the way. They had a sign as you turn onto Douglas Avenue, and I actually have a picture of it, which I'll put up on our video, that said something like "Carry on, runners," or "You can get through this," or something. So I took a picture of that, and I was walking down Douglas and sent you the picture of me on Douglas Avenue. Yeah. And then about the 20-minute mark was when I was heading down Brunswick Street. So I had made some good time about halfway through at about 20 minutes. And I sent you a picture of that with the museum behind me.
Yep.
And as I was on, so I guess backing up, as I was on Douglas Avenue is when that first big rain shot happened, and I was just soaked. And I'm like, oh. And that's when Julia Wright's partner ran past me because he was doing the 10K. He ran past me. I was on Douglas Avenue. I was like, oh, there he goes. 10K people were starting to pass me. And then the next point was Harbor Passage. So Harbor Passage actually was probably the best point for me because it's nice and kind of flat and even versus the rest of it where it's really awkward. And that's really where I gained quite a bit of speed on that trail too. My shin splints kind of went away. And that's about the time Julia passed me and we high-fived.
Oh, that's sweet.
As she passed me. But there was one guy I always either kept right in front of me or he was just behind me. I called him my pace runner. And I was just keeping pace with him. And then I sent you that picture when I passed Fort Latour.
Yeah. And so when Isaiah sent me the picture when he was at Fort Latour, so even though I didn't do the race, I still put my bib on and I did walk around uptown.
Got my bib right here.
There you are, number 620. And then I was kind of half laughing at myself because I was walking around uptown, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to walk right down Water Street with everyone. So I was kind of watching everybody, and I was skirting around like on Prince William, and then I zoomed down Princess, I think. And then I met Isaiah. There's a big turn onto Water Street. So when he said it was at Fort Latour, I made my way there and was talking to the guy cheering people on. Mike, he was great. And I chatted with him for a while and saw a lot of people come by. Like Julia is actually somebody I saw, and Patrick, her partner, her husband, and a number of other people I knew, Shand, and a bunch of people I do. So that was fun. And then I pretended I was helping him cheer people on. I was just like, yeah, you go. But I still had my runner's bib on. So, so I don't know what people thought, but whatever. And so then I saw Isaiah, and I was excited to see him, and he was just killing it. Walking.
I was just going. I had my podcast on, just listening to my podcast. I was listening to us talk.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's to me. He's like, I had my podcast on. I was like, were you listening to us?
Just us listening to us talk.
Filling the gap of me not walking with you by listening to the sound of my sweet dulcet tones.
That's right.
And what did you said something to me really nice yesterday through all of our barbs. And do you recall what that was?
I do not. Why would I say something nice to you?
What you said is you were very happy to see me waiting for you.
I was actually. I was very happy, and because the way the route went this year is instead of going straight down Water Street, it actually was the new Harbor Passage space that goes around the building they're building. And as I came around that last little turn to go back to Water Street, I saw you, and I was like, oh, it's Caitlin.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, Caitlin Dean. And so I was like, oh, I'll watch this last bit with you. And then I realized very quickly at the clip Isaiah was going, because I didn't want to slow him down. He was so close to me making a really great time. That my knee would not have held up for 5K. I was like, I made very solid decisions today. So I went, and then I was like, you know what, Isaiah? I'm not going to hold you back. You just go. And I really was not far behind you, but I was so afraid of like messing up your time that I was like, just go. I'm right behind you.
And yes, I actually filmed myself coming into the finish line. So I will actually post that amongst us here somewhere.
How did you do that?
On my phone.
Oh, like with a selfie.
Yeah,
like in selfie mode.
Well, no. So my phone has this mode called director view. So it's not just selfie, it's selfie and the finish line.
Oh.
So there's a picture of me crossing the finish line with the finish line. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
So I'll have that video run here silently while we talk.
And then we took a photo of the two of us just after the finish line. And then I took a medal as if I had done the race.
Yes. I don't know where I put my medal from last year. It's somewhere around here. But this year's medal, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. So if you want to see it.
You will just post a picture later.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a picture. I'll post it over here too. But it's really nice. It's basically their logo for this year. And this year's, there was the 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
And that's why they did the 10K piece.
This is my fourth beer run.
This is my fourth as well.
Yeah.
This is our third one that we're going to do together. This is my fourth one, but it's only my third one actually doing the run. I did the one that me and Nigel went to. The first one just went to the beer piece.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, this year it was nice. I actually like their glasses this year.
Yeah, they were cute.
I'll post a picture of it as well. But I do like the look of their glasses this year.
Then we finished the race and we ran into our friends Dan and Leanne among a myriad of other people that we knew.
Yes.
And how is that for you?
It was good. It was good seeing everyone that I saw there. It was good just finishing it. As we were standing in line for all the beers and stuff, my shins started to like kill at that point. I was just like, oh, my shins are in pain. And there's just not really much of a thing you can do to really fix that other than just sit down, and I wasn't ready to sit down. Yeah.
I was feeling pretty okay, and I was actually really happy that even like my little walk that was not a 5K at all, despite my knee, I'm actually feeling so much better because here's a big reveal midway through the episode. Yes. I weighed myself last week, and this is just one barometer and one metric, but I'm down 41 pounds.
Woo!
since the beginning of March. And so my script all afternoon was like, oh, Caitlin, how'd you do? It's like, I didn't do the race, blew out my knee, been in training, but I'm down 40 pounds. And people, wow, that's great. So, at least I felt like I wasn't like, it wasn't like last year where I just felt terrible.
Yeah. That's it. It sucks that you were ready to go this year, and it sucks that you just weren't able to make it.
Yeah, it does, especially since we hung so much on this. Like it was like poor Isaiah all week last week was me going, I'm going to do it. There's no way I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a game day decision. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like how many messages? Like 8, 10?
At least once a day.
Yeah.
For the entire week going up. Yeah. No, it was, it's unfortunate, but again, it's a better decision not to injure yourself further and setting yourself back. It was an
adult decision.
Yeah.
Unlike the rest of the decisions that I made. On Saturday, I hadn't had a drink since February, I think I've talked about. So we hit this beer run and we hit it running. I think you were definitely outpacing me in the alcohol.
My glass was not empty like the most of the time.
I get caught up in conversations and it'll be empty for some time, but like we had a nice glow on, and then we were supposed to go, and then you had made a plan to go for burgers with Dan Leanne at what's it called? Union
House.
Union House. And they invited me, of course, because they're good friends. And I said, I'm not walking that far. I'm going to Big Tide. And then we're walking there, and Isaiah's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah. My shin was killing me. And I was like, there is a giant hill between here and that place. I'm not going up that hill.
So this is the other thing that I was super happy about. I went up Princess Street, then we ran into people that I knew, so we stopped to chat. Standing and chatting really hurts my knees, so I grabbed a little seat, but then I was able to blast the rest of the way up Princess Street without stopping, which I haven't been able to do in years. And then I went out again later, went down all the way to not all the way, it's not far, but went to Wasted Day, and then was able to blast right back up Princess Street again without stopping. And I was like, wow, I'm amazing.
I went home. I came home and went right to bed, and then woke up at like midnight with a hangover.
Oof.
Had my Tylenol, went back to sleep, and then woke up this morning at like 7 o'clock, nice and good. I wasn't even hungover this morning.
Right as rain.
Yeah.
I went home and was a little concerned because I certainly haven't had any drank to excess in probably a year.
Yeah.
And certainly not like I had on Saturday, but I went to bed at, 1, woke up at 6:30, felt great. Was like, oh man, this still has no consequences for me. There was a part of me that was hoping that I'd be super sick and then never drink again.
That would not be fun though.
I'm still fun. I'm way more fun drinking.
Do you remember any of the beers at the beer festival piece?
I remember I drank them.
Okay. I remember some of my favorite ones, but my most favorite one was from Oak Creek, which is a place we went and visited once, right? It's the one in by Fredericton.
Oak Creek?
Oak Creek.
Oak Creek?
Yeah.
We went to Cross Creek.
Oh, that's the one we went to. Okay, never mind. I was thinking it was
Woodstock.
Yes, Oak Creek is another one. Anyway, it's another New Brunswick one, and they had one called it was called Melon Tides, and it was so good.
Man, it's almost like those two together could be called tic-tac-toe because it'd be like X's and O's.
Oh dear. And we were bickering so much during our day on whatever day it was. Yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was just yesterday. It was Saturday, and today is clearly Wednesday.
Wednesday, clearly. That someone mistaken us for being together. We were bickering so much.
Well, we were bickering so much that there was a new server at Big Ted, and I was like, oh, there's no way she doesn't think we're a couple. So I was like, he has a wife at home. And then I'm telling Chris that story after, and Chris goes, "And if you say anything about this, you'll be dead." Or something like that.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think you're gonna try again next year?
100%. I think it's a great event. The event has consistently gotten better every year that I've been to it.
Yeah, I know that there was talk about what's to come, because really they maxed out so much this year that they had to have vendors outside.
Yeah, which was kind of nice to have a place to go.
Yeah.
Probably not so nice for the vendors that got drenched.
Yeah.
But and it was probably cold for them just standing. But it was nice for me.
It's hopefully they'll be look at like expanding whatever they have to do, but
I don't know how you expand though.
That's the question.
And maybe it just stays to an exclusive 650 person event.
Maybe. That being said, early bird tickets for next year are already up.
I think I'm going to buy right away. Are you going to buy right away?
Are already up. I will most likely buy it in the next couple weeks.
How much time do we have to buy?
Whole 365. I don't know what day it is next year, but they have posted. Yeah, they posted with their thank you for coming that the early bird tickets are now available.
Okay, good to know. Because remember last year they gave a super deal if you purchased like within a week after you had done the run for something previous like runners. I neglected to do that because I didn't have the excess money at the time.
Yeah, but I will definitely try again next year. Hopefully we'll be even in better shape.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually run.
Maybe we'll actually run.
JK. Maybe I'll earn my runner's knee.
But I mean, I'm just impressed at like some of the times that I heard from like 10K people and stuff. Like, people are coming like for the 10K, like what, 30 minutes or something like that was it 30?
Was there 30 minutes? I wasn't listening.
I think the number one person was like 38 minutes for the 10K or something.
Did you see the massage people, like the core health people?
No.
You should have gone to see them for your shin splints.
I should have.
Because they are amazing. That's where I've been going for my knee and my shoulder is Core Health, and what an amazing organization. If you need any physio, chiro, acupuncture, massage, need help, go to Core Health. I am not doing it.
It's an ad read now. Are you being paid and I'm not being told?
No, I just think I'm paying them. I just think they're absolutely brilliant and they're so nice. I love going there. I wish I didn't have to, but like, seriously.
For all your physio.
I really did do that.
You were starting to like an ad read here. If you would like us to do an ad read.
If you would like, Corey and Sarah, if you'd like us to do an ad read, right? Like, we're here.
But yeah, I think that congratulations to everyone that did the run, everyone that tried, even if you didn't complete it. I think that it's still great you tried.
And even if you just showed up to drink beer, that's also great.
That is also great. It goes, money's going to good causes. So, but I think it's time to wrap it up. So we're going to go next year. We're going to do 5K.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, for sure. Why not? It's our tradition. And like, what else would we spend at least 4 episodes a year talking about?
Right. It's a great filler episode. All right. So we will be doing the 5K next year. And again, I will make sure I post at least on the video, you'll see all the badge and all some pictures of me running in the rain. And it's great. But where can people find you on the internet?
Yep. We're at Kate and Isaiah Living Large on Facebook. And where can they find you? We're at Maritime Brews and that other one, Tweak the Profit.
At Tweak the Profit. At Maritime Brews and at Tweak the Profit on most, if not all, of the social medias. And of course, we do have the Buy Me a Coffee still going. If you would like to donate to that, that's definitely appreciated. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your podcast, if you can like, share, subscribe on there. And if you want to hop on over to YouTube, and if you can like, share, subscribe on YouTube, that is very much appreciated. But until next week, bye.